Hey, Trojan family, what's up? Welcome to the USC LAFB show. Ryan Dyrud, we're on the LAFB network. Thanks, as always, for making this a part of your day. Let's just get right into it today. We are 2 days away from National Signing Day. I said I'd be on here a bunch with plenty of updates leading up to that big day. I'll be on campus on Wednesday, and we'll have some live coverage from campus and also probably on our evening call-in show, taking your calls, hopefully talking about 35, maybe 36 commitments in this class. So the first part on this video, I'm not going to belabor much. I did a video just last night about it. It was trending this way. I've done multiple videos in the past weeks about it, so we'll just be very quick. Caden Dixon-Wyatt, elite wide receiver for modern day, has now received multiple predictions from some of the recruiting experts to indeed flip to USC. As I said last night, I was feeling good about it based on some conversations I had. I credited some other sources that had talked about it, and now officially, as of this morning, you have Steve Wiltfong of Rivals, Greg Biggins of Rivals, and Adam Gorney of Rivals all putting in predictions for him to ultimately flip. Now, we'll see if that officially happens. Obviously, this is not an official word. The rumors and the trends out there certainly seem to flow with this, but I don't expect an announcement to happen until December 3rd, being Wednesday and being National Signing Day. So that'd be a great addition to this already elite receiver class. Obviously, it is a large receiver class, but a one that they want to develop the correct way and kind of really overtake here in the future. When you look at this 25 receiving class with Tanook Hines, Corey Sins, Ramiro Eisen, and this 26 receiver class with all these names as Caden Dixon-Wyatt, Boobie Feaster, Trent Mosley, Luke Weaver, go down the list. A lot of really, really good players that they can develop and kind of take over the baton of this elite receiving university, wide receiver U, as fans so like to call it, and rightfully so. So that's a big one. We'll keep you posted if anything changes on that. The other one I want to talk quickly about is, with this youth, you still kind of need a veteran presence, right? Like, you don't want to go into next year with nothing against, this isn't any shot at Tanook Hines, but Tanook Hines is a true sophomore, kind of being your lead guy with no one else that has playing experience. I mean, Corey Sims really did not play at all this year outside of a couple snaps early in the season. Ramiro Eisen didn't play much this year. We have Zacharias Williams most likely coming back, but he was hurt most of the year. What's going to happen with Prince Strawn? He was hurt most of the year. Is he coming back potentially? I think he has 1 year of eligibility left. You're going to be losing Jaden Richardson, Jay Fair, obviously Makai Lemon, most likely Jacoby Lane, and then you have all these freshmen coming in. So you still want to have not only a veteran presence, but more just a player that has a lot of experience, or at least some experience, because you'll go into literally next year with very little experience outside of Tanook Hines, and he'll just be a true sophomore. And again, Zacharias Williams played a lot as a freshman at Utah, but then was hurt almost all of this year. So what will that look like? So we kind of know that they will most likely hit the portal for at least one, people call it alpha, whatever you want to call it, one kind of true leading receiver for specifically this season. Now, will that be someone that is like a senior that's played 4 years of ball and maybe isn't as elite, doesn't have maybe the elite traits of a younger player, but just has a lot of experience that can lead the room? We'll see. Well, obviously, it'll depend on who actually enters the portal. Or will it be an elite younger guy who has experience but is still young and can still develop within this program and whatnot? So the name right now that just entered the portal that I think would be a huge get if the Trojans go after is Nick Marsh, wide receiver out of Michigan State. Just hit the portal. He's a true sophomore. Absolute baller. When you look at his size, he's got that true wide receiver one size, 6'3", 200 pounds. This season, obviously not great statistically. Just you look at Michigan State's offense, but still finished with 59 catches, 662 yards, did have the 6 touchdowns. Against USC, USC did a great job shutting them down in the passing game. Only 2 catches for 28 yards against USC when they played at the Coliseum on that late Friday night kickoff. So this is a player, though, that would be a really big get, and one that I highly anticipate, and I'll let you know if I learn any intel, but highly anticipate Lincoln Riley, Chad Bowden, and everyone to really kind of go in on and hone in on as a potential, big-time candidate. The other name a lot of people are talking about now, he's not in the portal yet, but Cam Coleman out of Auburn is another elite receiver that, obviously coaching change there, and I think they got a good head coach that they just brought in. Who they hired the Memphis coach, right? I believe. Or was that Arkansas hired the Memphis coach? I don't know, the carousel, I'm all over the place. But Auburn obviously bringing in someone new. And so when that happens, we'll see who sticks and who decides to hit the portal. So there was rumors of kind of Cam maybe hitting the portal prior to the hire. We'll see what it looks like when he talks to the new staff. But he's a guy that, of the 24 class, 5-star plus, he was the number 2 receiver in that class. Again, elite skill, elite size, 6'3.5", 205. So he's got that big frame, big body to be able to play kind of on the outside to the likes of, with Tanook Hines, maybe can slide more inside next season potentially and whatnot and take that kind of Makai Lemon role, if you will. So we'll see. That one's not in the portal yet, so I don't want to dive into that one much. But certainly Nick Marsh is a name that I think a lot of people are already excited about, and certainly a name that USC will absolutely at least pursue in some aspect, because with how many receivers they have, it's just a really youthful room. You still want to go in the next year, especially being an all-in year, kind of all or nothing year for Lincoln Riley. You got to have a guy that's had some production in college already. We know the ceiling is super high for this room, so don't get that twisted. I'm not saying anything outside of that. You got to have a guy that's played some college ball, played some snaps, and can truly kind of lead the room. Nick Marsh, still a young guy, so that's why I said at the top of the show, like, are they going to go after someone like that that's just a sophomore, has a lot of years of eligibility left? They can kind of get over here and be a part of this program for 2-3 seasons, not just a one and done? Or will they look at someone that's just mainly a one and done, just kind of like come in this year, be that guy that can, like a Jordan Addison, if you will, be that guy that is a one-year wonder with you, can lead the room, can help these young guys groom, and then goes off to the NFL next season. So we'll see what the approach looks like, but I certainly think that they'll definitely look at Nick Marsh, and then we'll see what other names enter kind of this month, as it's going to be a wild one. So a lot more coming down the pipeline for you. Like I said, I'll be on campus on Wednesday. Be back with Tim and Madman throughout the week as a lot of recruiting stuff. Plus, we'll put a bow on this season, kind of talking the end of the Victory Bell game and all that fun stuff. So if you have not already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys as we keep growing this. If you want to become a member of the channel, helps us out a ton monetarily, would mean the world to me, and you can certainly get some perks as well, including merch discounts, access to our message boards as we're continuing to grow that, and all that fun stuff. So let's keep this rolling, keep this growing. It's going to be a fun offseason, Trojan family, a lot of fun stuff, not just to talk about, but I think a lot of fun inner workings happening within this program. Thank you, family, and as always, fight on. Hey, Trojan family, thank you so much for hanging out and watching the USC LAFB show. Before you go, let me tell you quickly about our friends over at Sleeper. Go right now, download the Sleeper app. It's the #1 sports app, not just for season-long fantasy, but they've got live pickers, they've got live stat updates, they've got a chat that you can chat with other users, plus the daily pick'em, which is a blast, or daily fantasy, whatever you want to call it. You go and pick 2 to 8 players across any sports. If you're talking USC, go choose J.D. Maiava in his next matchup. Pick more or less passing yards, more or less touchdowns. You stack those, and you can win real money. When you go to make your first deposit, make sure you use our promo code USCLAFB. You're going to get a match deposit up to $100. Put in $100, you get $100 free to play with from Sleeper. Put in 10, they'll match you that $10, so now you're sitting at 20 to play with. But also, right now, for any new users, no deposit required. You get $20 free entry. You can stack both. You can get the $20 for free. Go make a deposit. Use USC LAFB, and now you've got a bunch of free money to play with right there on the Sleeper app. Check it out, Trojan family, and when you do, tell them the guys at the USC LAFB sent you.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.